over the past few years, Governor Sandoval has talked about developing what he calls the new Nevada. You know, we've seen this with the push to bring Tesla in, and Faraday. A few years ago, when he addressed the legislator, Senator Reid also touched on this when he noted his concern about sex work remaining legal in Nevada and what that does to our public image, what image we're portraying to the rest of the world. What would you say to folks who are concerned? Hey, we're trying to turn a corner here. You know, we want to clean up our act. What are we saying to businesses considering moving here when we allow reefer madness in the state willy-nilly?
Well, a couple of things. The first is if you look at what's happened in Washington and Colorado, companies like Google and Amazon are expanding their operations there. So these are the very companies...
They're not closing up shop.
No. They're actually breaking ground on $300,000 or 300,000 square foot expansions. They're hiring hundreds of new workers. It's something where Google and Amazon are expanding in these states. So it's not chasing away big business. And then if you talk about the tourism infrastructure here, it's something where I had that suggested to me, and I just rephrased the question to answer the question. I said, I just want to make sure I've got this straight. We live in a state where there are slot machines in every grocery store. In every Albertsons you walk into, there's a slot parlor right there. And we also regulate prostitution, one of the only states in the country that does it. But you're concerned that someone booking a convention is going to go, you know, Vegas, they've got gambling everywhere, and they've got legalized prostitution an hour outside of town. But now that they've legalized marijuana, even though marijuana is everywhere in the country, every pocket, every place where it's prohibited, where it's not prohibited, it's either there in a regulated market or a black market, that's going to be the reason we're going to cancel our convention. My prediction is that we'll follow the same trend that Denver is following. Their convention business is up. Their tourism business is up significantly, double digits. And the other thing is that in our tourism industry, what we've done is we know there are marijuana consumers here that are our tourists, but we push them to the edges, we push them to the outside. If it's something that we're regulating, it's something where instead of cannibalizing each other for our tourism industry and just fighting for the same pool of tourists, we may actually be able to bring in tourists with a safe, regulated place to purchase and consume marijuana. I think that's a great thing.